Hi everyone!
Hello!
Let's start another video, and in this video we're gonna do things a little bit differently. We are going to show you 2 or 3 different neighborhoods in this video, but just a little selection of different places. We are now in Chacarita neighborhood, which is famous. It was suggested to us to come and visit this neighborhood, and just like Recoleta, there is a cemetery also, which is right behind me, that we are going to visit. After here, there are a little parts of Palermo that we did not include in our videos of Palermo. So we are going to visit that too. And then at the end, there is one more neighborhood, Caballito, sorry about my pronunciation, Caballito or Caballito. It's another neighborhood that, from what we have seen online, has a lot of interesting things to go see. So we wanted to include all of this in one video because each part is not long enough to be one video. So we decided to put 3 different sides next to each other. Now, where we are is this cemetery, which is Chacarita Cemetery. We are going to talk to you about the cemetery, and after that also the neighborhood. This is the entrance of the cemetery. As soon as you come in, there is also a map that you can see where you're located. The cemetery is the largest cemetery in the country. All right, an update, a little bit disappointing update. As soon as we entered, the security guards and the police officer, they told us that inside it's a bit strange. You can get an authorization and then you can film, but then you can also film a little bit, then some parts you cannot film. But anyway, you will have some of the shots that I could do, and unfortunately the rest we were told that we could not film completely, because I also understand it's a cemetery, they don't want everybody to come and just film, but we were not allowed to film everything anyway. What's worth mentioning is that this is the biggest cemetery in the country, and unlike the one in Recoleta, there is no entrance fee, it's free, and a lot of famous people, distinguished people have been buried here. One of them, I would say the most important one, would be Carlos Gardel, who is the famous tango singer. So his tomb is also here. And in this neighborhood of Chacarita, you will find this cemetery. This cemetery was established in 1871 and the size is 95 hectares. Wow, huge. And once you go inside, you will see at some point Mariana and I would start and say, okay, look at that side, look at this side. It goes on all directions, like endless. And even from outside you can see this is the wall, and it goes way to the end where there is another street, and then it continues on the other side. So it is a huge piece of land. Now, there are a couple of more places that we wanted to visit in this neighborhood. So let's go see the rest of the neighborhood. Chacarita is a neighborhood that is located in the northern part of Buenos Aires, the autonomous city of Buenos Aires, and also its territories were originally belonging to the Jesuits, who had small farms, and its name also comes from the word small farm, or chacara, that in Spanish means a small farm. Following the suppression of the Jesuits in 1767, they were expelled and their goods were declared property of the crown. But just to let you know where the name comes from, this is why the neighborhood is called Chacarita. One more place that we wanted to visit is this building here. This is called Casa Amarilla, or Amarilla, which means the yellow house. This is a Spanish style house with some sort of colonial Spanish architecture. A lot of typical design elements that it has. Before, it was possible to come and visit this property, but from what I saw online now, unfortunately it is permanently closed for visits. But since we were in this neighborhood, we wanted to just come and see it at least from outside. And it looks like now people live here actually, so maybe before it used to be a place that you could visit, but now you can. The courtyard has some of the typical design elements. As you can see, the tiles here, the ground, and even here the bench also has the same kind of tiles. And the courtyard, second floor, everything, it's very, very cute. Unfortunately, nowadays it's not open to go inside and to visit. There is also a cultural center here called Espacio Cultural Carlos Gardel that is on the same street where you have the yellow house. That house was a few blocks in that direction. When you leave the cemetery, you just walk in this direction. First there's the house over there, and next one is this place, which is the cultural center dedicated to Carlos Gardel. One more place that we wanted to see in this neighborhood is this building. This is a theater called Teatro Regio. Unfortunately today it is closed, but we were here, we wanted to just see even the building, and because I saw some pictures online, but unfortunately we cannot go inside. It's a very, very small version of much nicer theaters actually that we have seen. Like in Buenos Aires, if you visit Teatro Colón, you have seen the best theater or concert hall or opera house. But since we were here, we just wanted to show it to you guys. The theater was inaugurated in 1929 and it has a capacity of 661 people. So after a quick tour of Chacarita, let's go to the little parts of Palermo that we have not shown you yet and see what Cañita has to offer. We are now at this restaurant, La Cañita, and this restaurant also, it's a parrilla, like a barbecue restaurant here. We just wanted to get something to eat and also walk around here a little bit to show you this area, because since our Airbnb is in Palermo, we usually come to this area. There are some other restaurants that we really like, so we wanted to show this too, since we didn't show you guys this part of Palermo. And then after that we continue. So Mariana ordered milanesa, and as you can see, it's not a plate, it's a tray. If you need help, no worries, I'm right here, baby. And I'm also waiting for my steak. This is my steak, so good luck to me to finish all of this. So the restaurant that we ate at is this one behind me, Cañita. This is in Palermo, Hollywood. Now we are going to go to another neighborhood, which is a subdivision of Palermo, kind of, also called Cañita. That is where other restaurants are and the area that I wanted to show you. I finished my food. Mariana has the rest to go. We're gonna see if we find somebody on the street to give them the food. Our meal with the 10% service was 75,000 pesos. A short Uber ride and we are in Cañita. This is a place that Mariana and I have come to very frequently, you know, when we come to eat or to just go have a drink, because it is close to that part of Palermo where we are staying. So either it's like, I would say, half an hour walk or a very short Uber ride. And we have tried this restaurant, we have tried that restaurant, Campo Bravo. It's a parrilla, but they have also milanesa and everything else. This restaurant we have not tried yet, but it's this block that you have maybe like one more block on that direction and another block on my left. You have a lot of restaurants. At night this place is packed, it's full of people and a lot of things happening, bars, restaurants, coffee shops. And as you will see when we continue on this street is called Baez, and we are on the corner of Baez and Arevalo. Yes, Arevalo, it's right here. I didn't see the sign. Then further down you have ice cream shops, you have other restaurants. There was a nice Middle Eastern restaurant that once we passed by and we bought baklava from. So this part also, because we had not filmed before, we wanted to include it in this video, because it's not a huge part of the city that we could like do a full video. That's why in this video we are doing like little parts of 2 or 3 different neighborhoods to put together, just to show you other options, other places you can visit. An Italian restaurant, Luciano's ice cream, that you will see in our video of ice creams in Buenos Aires. And there is also this restaurant, I believe, yes, it is a Syrian restaurant, Aleppo, and these are the baklava that we bought once, and they are really good. I particularly like this one, very nice and tasty. And the restaurants and bars, they continue. Then at the end of this street, which is still Baez, once you continue this intersection, also on the right hand side you have a big park that usually in the evening it's full of people, families, kids, dogs, everybody having a blast. So even just to take a stroll, it's a very nice area just to come and like once at night if you wanna have a meal, consider this area as well. After Cañita, we are here to visit the Museum of Carlos Gardel, which is right here in front of us. This museum, online it says Wednesdays. It is free, the entrance. We are here on a Monday, so I think we have to pay something. I'll tell you how much is the ticket. So the entrance is free today. I don't know, for some reason we didn't have to pay. They said if it's only this part of the museum, we can just go in and see it. I am going to stop talking and put some background music because there is songs of the singer being played, so I don't want our video to get hit by copyright. It is another day now, and we are in another neighborhood. The neighborhood is called Caballito or Caballito. We came here to do an activity, which is riding this tram, and because it is only working during the weekends, Saturday and Sunday. Today is a Sunday. In the morning the tram runs only from 10 a.m. until 1 p.m. and we are here at like 12:30, and they said these two groups are the last ones. So we will come back because at 5 p.m. again it runs until 8 p.m. So this one, just hold on to it. We'll come back to do it. Now let's go see rest of Caballito. Just a couple of blocks from the station for the tramway that we are going back to after, you will find yourself here in this part of the neighborhood. This is referred to as Barrio Inglés because there's a lot of buildings with the English architecture on that side, and even here these little like townhouses that have the style of the British architecture. And this part of the neighborhood is called Barrio Inglés because apparently at the time the people who lived in these houses, or these houses were built for the British railway workers that were working here in Buenos Aires. So the houses, they all have an English style of design, and still until today you can find them here. So it's a very nice place to come and see a little bit different type of architecture. In other areas you see a lot of French architecture. Here it is mostly English. In the neighborhood of Caballito, you also have this park, Parque Rivadavia, and on this corner where we are, you have a lot of these stands that they sell books, and it goes the whole way on the other side, all of these stands. But we want to just go inside the park and see the park, and then go to one more park that we want to see in this neighborhood. This is the park. There is a lot of people. Wow, I don't know if there is an event going on or there is more like a street fair, because I see some other tents on the other side. But where we came in, I showed you these stands. They're all for books on one corner, and the rest is just the normal neighborhood park, but huge. And today being Sunday, it's full of people. And now we are a bit closer. As you can see, there's a lot of street vendors, a lot of little things they're selling. That's why there's a lot of people all over the park. Mariana just said that it looks like a huge garage sale, which is true. It's like some of them are new, some of them are like old items, like old CDs and games actually. So
a lot of collectibles.
Yeah, a lot of collectibles, books. Wow, I did not expect this at all. Wow. You also have a huge statue of Simon Bolivar here on another corner of the park. Unfortunately today, with all of the tents for the vendors, it's not that clear, but let me just go a bit closer on this side. Yeah, here maybe we can see it better. So there you have it, this statue also. Very nice. I think on a day if there is no like tent, you can see everything much better. We're not sure, but we think maybe later today, at the end of the day, there will be a bigger event even, because there are a lot of restaurants that the stands are already here, as you can see, but they're not open, and some others they're just setting up their tents. So most probably later, because also it's hot in the afternoon. But yeah, this is going to be a cheese stand. A lot of things happening. Nice. There you have it. Let's go to the next place. One more park that we wanted to show you in the neighborhood of Caballito is this one. This is called Parque Centenario, and there is a very nice history about this park that we are going to tell you. The interesting fact about the park is that it is round. When you look from the map from above, it is round. And let's just go in, see it very quickly. At this entrance you also have this monument, I would say, which is a cute artwork with a lot of beautiful tiles. So here too it looks like you have some sort of a weekend market at the entrance that we just came in. And I just wanted to talk to you about the history of this park also. In 1908, the city of Buenos Aires, they actually decided to buy this huge piece of land. The size of the whole land is around 10 hectares or 25 acres, and it actually belonged to a brick master at the time called Parmenio Pinheiro, and they bought this land from him in 1908, and then they wanted to complete this park and the whole project by 1910, which was the 100th anniversary of the May Revolution, and it was indeed completed on time in 1910 for the 100th anniversary of the May Revolution in 1810. At some point, originally there were also some residential projects that were supposed to take place around the park, but those projects were later cancelled. Right now, as you can see, it is just a huge, beautiful park with this grand fountain area in the middle, and just a very nice, relaxed scene to see and come here and enjoy. A few hours later, and we are back at the same spot where we came and started this segment of the video here in Caballito neighborhood. We are back at the tram station, and this activity is very popular, even though we came back 40 minutes before 5 o'clock, which is the second part of the day that they start the service. As you can see, there's still a big line there. Mariana is at the end of the line waiting. Because it's only also takes place during the weekend, and it is free, so I can imagine why it is like this. But I also wanted to tell you guys about this tram while we wait for it. This is the station where they park it and they wait, and probably they even service everything. But what is very interesting to know is that the tram in Buenos Aires started operating in 1863, and it quickly became a vast network of tramways, with the city being known as the city of trams. I really did not know that about Buenos Aires. The city got that nickname because it had the highest tram to population ratio in the world back then. In the 1920s, the city had 875 kilometers of tramway and 99 tram lines, and also 3,000 carriages running throughout the city. By 1963, the vast majority of the network began to be dismantled, and we have only this one that is left, which is like an activity, tourist activity to do when you come here. So even though the activity is free, but they still come and give you a little ticket to give you the sensation that you are actually taking a ticket to get on the train. And this is how the ticket looks like. It's legit, it's real. Just wanted to show you, there is a guide that is explaining things to us before we can start. But as you can see, the line is just going and going and going, and it's not even 5 o'clock to start even the first tour, the first ride. So it's really, really popular, this activity apparently. So we just finished the ride. How was your ride, Mariana? Very nice. It's a very quick ride, like 10 minutes. By the way, this tram, they said it is 98 years old. You know, it's really the real thing. So it was worth the wait. The line is still growing in the back on that street. So we are happy that we did it. So we hope you enjoyed this video. We wanted to do this video just to like do a compilation of like 2 or 3 different neighborhoods that we didn't have enough material to do one complete video for each one, but we wanted to put everything together. We hope it came together well. And this is where it ends. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next one. Bye.